Hello, so a little while back I showed you some Batman toys from the mid-90s that Kenner had done. The Legends of the Batman, the Viking and the Azrael. Well, I also mentioned in that I had bought some Batman and Robin toys. And yeah, well, here's one of them. It's Batman. It is George Clooney Batman and it is the heat scan Batman from 1997. Primarily the reason the film exists was that they wanted to make toys and sell lots of toys, and that didn't, I mean, it did not work out. It worked out, but not in the long lasting credible way that they wanted to. So we do have this. I mean, they did this a lot with Batman back in the day. I mean, they still do. You don't see it as much though. It's all stuff that you would actually see in the comics, and it's all very, very serious and po-faced. Whereas back in the day, you got like Laser Batman and Hover Attack Batman and Iceborne Robin and all that kind of good, and Battle Gear Bruce Wayne, which looks a bit off. That kind of thing. You always got this weird and wonderful stuff. And this is no different. This is Heat Scan Batman. So we will find out what everything is in there. But that apparently, look, I'll show you it again later, but that apparently that's George Clooney. Very bright, very nice, very kiddified. And that's what they're going for with this guy as well. He's, Razor Skate Robin, who doesn't look a thing like Robin, but I really, 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 really like the colour scheme. The red and white and blue, which is kind of frosty, which is, again, what they were going for. For kids, you know, just put that in there. There you go, so you can't see the light as much. Really, really nice stuff. Love it. And again on the back, all the different kind of stuff. I'll tell you something. The Jungle Venom Poison Ivy actually looks a bit like Uma Thurman. The rest of them not so much, especially Mr. Freeze. If we can find Mr. Freeze there, that apparently is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Someone didn't give their likeness rights, did they? Because clearly not. And Bane actually doesn't look too bad. It's just a shame that in the film he's awful. But there you go. We shall come back in a second to have a look at these figures in a bit more detail. Bye for now. Hello again. And yes, we have Batman toys. We have Batman toys. Speaking of which, here's a Batman toy. Here's Heat Scan Batman, all heat scanned up with his heat scan bazooka and his heat scan lasers. Yes, these things, they're supposed to be lasers. I'll show you. Look, they come off, clip off his arms, and it's a really neon-y piece of orange plastic, and it's very much of the time. It's got a U-clip and it clips onto his arm. And they're supposed to be lasers. And he's got this heat scanning equipment here. Look over his face, he's scanning. He's got this bazooka with the old friction, because spring-loaded mechanisms were bad at that point. They didn't like them. So all you do is press on here and it points. And you know what? As a toy, ignoring the film it comes from, ignoring the time that it comes from, that's a pretty good Batman toy right there. I kind of like it. So if we take off his visor, to show the fact that it's obviously, that's George Clooney, right? I mean, it's not dissimilar to George Clooney. It looks more George Clooney-ish once you take it out of the box. But it's still not what George Clooney is. And you can take those bits off. There we go. We've got an orange and black Batman, which I kind of think suits the character. I like the cape. The cape's pretty cool, and it's sort of off to the side, so it looks, there's a bit of dynamism in there. It looks like it's blowing in the wind. I kind of like it, and the muscles aren't that out of proportion. It's got all the articulation you'll need. It can be stood in different poses. It's not one of those that sort of needs to be stood in a normal pose. It's got boot grips. It's got little holes in there that you can peg into things in vehicles and stuff. I kind of like it. The bat symbol's pretty cool. The head goes round nicely. The cape can't be removed, which I'm kind of... Look at the size of that cape. But again, that pushes it out of the back, makes it look a bit more dynamic. I'm quite a big fan of this Batman figure. I kind of like it. So let's move on to the next one and see if it's any good as well. So we have Razor Skate Robin with this big, massive, stupid thing. It looks like the Green Goblin's hoverboard scooter thing. I'm not a Green Goblin guy, so I don't really know what it's called. But yeah, it looks like that. And it's got the hockey. These look like hockey sticks. If you, again, push them out, ugh, those look like hockey sticks. So this is basically from the first bit of the movie, the first massive set piece, where they're in the museum with Mr. Freeze where he's stealing the big diamond. That's what this is from, basically, isn't it? Anyway, get rid of that. It's rubbish. I don't like it. And then you get the actual Skatey Robin, which I kind of like. Again, he's got this Pfizer thing. Very Mask. That looks like Mask to me, but it is Kenner, you know? So it makes sense. Take that off, and you've got a not dissimilar Chris O'Donnell. It's picking up facial recognition on my camera. That's not bad. This doesn't come off, I don't think, this harness. Or maybe it does. Yeah, it does. Can I be bothered? I guess I can. There you go. And there you got Chris O'Donnell in a nice white t-shirt. Again, you know, the muscle isn't too bad. The musculature's not over the top like it might have been in the 90s. Put that on and you get his Robin outfit. I really like the colours on this. I think they're really nice. The ice white is really nice. It's sort of a much brighter white than normally you'd get on a toy. And he's got these nice little razor skates that basically just come off, and it's just a hollowed out piece of plastic that goes on really, really nicely. I like it, and it stands up really well with those on as well, because the actual skates themselves are big and chunky. This one never seems to want to go on, but the skates themselves pretty chunky. It's a nice figure. If you put Batman and Robin together, they actually look all right together. These are fine Batman toys. If you actually got these at Christmas or a birthday or something, you'd be quite happy with that. You've got two nice Batman figures. I need to get more of these. Clearly, I need to get more of these because the toys are much better than the film, quite frankly. But yeah, these are absolutely fine toys. You'd be happy to have them. One other thing I needed to show you. You get what you don't normally get anymore. You don't see these because everything's done online these days. You're getting a brochure. And it's Kenner, but it also has things like Star Wars and Beast Wars, because they obviously Kenner did have Star Wars at that point still, but they had been bought out by Hasbro. Does it say? It doesn't say, but it does say 1996 Tonka Corporation, because Hasbro also at that point, I think, owned Tonka. So you get Batman and Robin toys, which are very, very nice. Love those. Legends of Batman. Now, we've already seen these, but these are ones we haven't seen. These are the even more mental ones. So you get Bane, you get Dive Claw Robin, you get that sort of Neural Claw Batman. I really want that one. And that massive, great big dragon skybike thing. Really cool. Very visionary, that one. I really do appreciate it. We have Beast Wars. Oh, which is so cool. You got Rat Trap, Iguanus, Razor Beast, Pterosaur, Primal and Megatron. That's in their original forms of a bat and an alligator. Cheetor, Dinobot, Tarantulas, Waspinator. And then the mega size ones, Polar Claw and Scorponok. Very cool. Love that. That's so evocative of 1996. Star Wars stuff, because Star Wars is becoming a thing again. So you've got Luke and the TIE Fighter pilot. And I've got that Han Solo. This is, again, he's a Power of Force line. So I've got that Han Solo. Thank you, Bongo. And then a few of the deluxe vehicles that you could get, including the Skyhopper, the T-16. More Star Wars stuff. You could get the Falcon, the TIE Fighter, and the X-Wing. Lovely stuff. They also had the Gargoyles license as well. I don't think they sold very well, the Gargoyles ones. And it's something that people don't seem to have much nostalgia for, outside the fact that they can vaguely remember the cartoon. Superman, because it's Superman the animated series, so you're getting loads of Superman. Why does Superman need a car? I suppose it's for Clark Kent. It turns into a flying car, but I've never understood that, why he needs one. But there you go. Tonka RC, because Tonka RC was being a thing. And Motorix. Now, Motorix was their version of Lego, and I don't really know much more about it than that. But they did try and take on Lego, and it did really, really well. And they're still making it to this day. No, they're not. They're not at all. It's rubbish. And also, it's saying, look out for Batman and Robin, which you've just bought, and The Lost World, because The Lost World was coming out around that time as well. So, yeah, there you go. Just time to show you these figures again. And again, I will iterate. These are not bad Batman figures. They're very good. I enjoyed them. They're certainly good for the price I paid, which is about a tenner each. Do look out for them. They're not as prevalent on the internet as they used to be, but you can find them. They're pretty cool. I'll leave you with that. In the meantime, do take care of yourselves and each other. Be safe, wear a mask. We'll get through this very, very soon. And I'll see you round the bend. Bye-bye for now.